Have you heard of the bribe for Rob Kardashian to lose weight? A monetary prize of over $500,000. I'm going to talk about it in today's episode. What's up, guys? Matt Weik, Weik Fitness. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode. I'm going to apologize in advance if you hear background noise. We're having some pretty bad storms here, so you might hear some rain in the background. Maybe it's going to be relaxing. Maybe it's going to be annoying. I don't know. So I apologize in advance. But I got an email, and it was from some news site, like PR type firm, and they want me to help promote this so-called challenge to Rob Kardashian from his mom, Kris Jenner, on his weight loss. If you know anything about the Kardashians, obviously you know they have a lot of money. You also probably know that during the show, I think it's Keeping Up with the Kardashians, I think there's a couple other spin-offs of some of the sisters, but Rob pretty much distanced himself from the family, and it's due to his weight gain. He lost his self-esteem. Maybe he's a little depressed. Maybe he's full-blown depressed. But whatever the case may be, his weight just went through the roof over the last few years. And his mom, Kris Jenner, is basically creating a weight loss bribe for him to, lose 50 pounds. I don't know what his weight is right now. I don't know if 50 pounds will get him, in fighting shape, so to speak, or if it's enough to kind of lower his levels enough that it kind of mitigates some of the health concerns that he's either potentially facing or is currently facing. But, I want to talk about this because his mom is willing to give up $500,000, supposedly, for every 10 pounds that he loses. So, in essence, even if it is, what the PR company is telling me is incorrect, and it's just a $500,000 prize at the end, that's still a lot of money. If not, we're talking about a considerable amount of money in the millions that Kris Jenner would be giving Rob Kardashian if he lost these 50 pounds. But then it gets worse. There's a company called Healthy Wage, and they've actually jumped on board behind this whole challenge and said that if Rob Kardashian loses the 50 pounds, they will give 10% of that $500,000, and they'll give him $50,000 just for losing the weight. Now, I don't care what name, what celebrity, what personality, whoever, they don't even have to be a celebrity. If you have to provide someone with a monetary prize to lose weight, in the end, they may or may not lose that weight, but it's not going to change a single thing. And here's why. If you are trying to lose weight for, an external or extrinsic reason, for example, the pot of gold at the end of this rainbow for Rob Kardashian, if he loses 50 pounds and getting that $500,000+ prize, what is that really going to change at the end of the day? He could potentially lose the 50 pounds, get the money, but since he's doing it for an extrinsic reason, he's not doing it because he's fed up with being fat, being overweight, being obese. Wherever maybe he's morbidly obese at this point, which is quite possibly the case here. His doctors could be saying, look, you are severely, limiting the number of years you have left on this earth with your, unhealthy lifestyle. He didn't get that way because he's eating healthy food options. He got that way because he's eating crap. Now listen, I don't care, if you're a celebrity and you think this is some sort of game that, oh, okay, if let's think of it as a game. If I lose 50 pounds, I get, $500,000+ at the end of it. Oh yeah, cool. You know what this game is called? It's called the game of life. Okay? Not the board game, your actual life. Listen, If you are obese, if you are morbidly obese, even if you are overweight, you are putting yourself at risk for many different health issues, cancers, diabetes, and various diseases that are out there that are based off of your overall weight, your body fat, and how that contributes to your health. I don't understand why, we as Americans have this, mentality of, oh, well, we're more likely to do something if, there's an extrinsic reward at the end. You know what? It's not sustainable. You are not going to be able to hold off any of the weight that you lost. You're going to gain it back and then some because you didn't do it for your own, reasons. You didn't do it for the intrinsic reasons of, holy crap, I'm going to die if I don't change my lifestyle. If that's not enough for Rob Kardashian to sit there and comprehend and understand and put into perspective that, hey, I'm in a downward spiral right now, not only due to possibly a depression, but because of my poor lifestyle choices and my weight currently, I could die any time. If that's not a wake-up call to have you sit there and go, oh my God, I need to make a change right now, then honestly, I don't know what is. And it's not going to be a $500,000 prize at the end of this challenge to make things actually change in the long run or the long term. We all know that your health is based off of a lifestyle. Rob didn't gain all of this weight because he went on a 1-week binge of eating McDonald's and Wendy's and KFC and Chinese and pizza and, ice cream and cupcakes and donuts and cakes and pastries and cheesecake and whatever you want to put in there. It didn't happen overnight, okay? It happened over years of a poor lifestyle, not exercising, not eating right, probably not getting enough sleep. It's a snowball effect. And once you start down that hill, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger of a concern. So why do we need to feel, and honestly, if anything, this should make that whole family look dumb. I can't comprehend somebody saying, hey, I'm going to give you $500,000 if you lose 50 pounds. And then have somebody piggyback and say, yeah, if you do that, we'll give you another $50,000. I don't know many people who will just give $50,000 as is to have somebody lose weight. And I get it. Kris Jenner is concerned for Rob's health. I mean, heck, if I was a parent and, my son was in his position, I would do anything and everything that I can to help them, get back on track. Whether it's, helping them plan their meals. Maybe it's working out with them. Maybe it's, working together and keeping each other accountable, whatever the case may be. And maybe they've already tried this stuff with Rob. I don't know. I'm not part of their family. I'm not in their inner circle to know what's going on the inside of all of this. But from what I'm hearing, Rob doesn't leave his house. Obviously, he now has a child, so that comes into play. I mean, think about it. If you know that your health is deteriorating because of your poor lifestyle and you have a child, what's going through your head? I mean, that child could potentially grow up without a father, without a parent. And, obviously he got divorced from, who was it? Black China or somebody like that, some other celebrity. I don't even really know who she is. I just remember the name. But at the end of the day, what is it going to take for somebody to snap out of it and think about their own health? If you go to your doctor and your doctor says, hey, you should start working out, how many people are really going to do that? Nobody cares. It's your doctor. Or, you go to the doctor, hey, you should probably, change up your diet a little bit. Lower the carbs a little, make sure you're, reducing your sugar. If you have high blood pressure, limit your sodium, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, how many people are going to listen to their doctor? Probably not many. Now, granted, there are people who a doctor will say, hey, if you get your life back on track, you look at your nutrition, you make the changes, We can get you off some of these medications that you're on. That might be enough for somebody to jump in and say, okay, let's do this because I don't want to take this medication anymore. It just blows my mind how people need to be rewarded in order to do things that, in the end, only really benefit them. I mean, sure, you have family members and friends and stuff who could be affected by something like this. But at the end of the day, it's that individual's life. So if they don't value their life enough, that's probably why they're not making the change. I mean, if a doctor says to you, hey, you're morbidly obese, you're pre-diabetic or you're already diabetic or you have high blood pressure or you're, the way that things are going, you could have X, Y, and Z disease in no time. You could get sick, whatever, cancer. Who wants that? I mean, what do you really need as a wake-up call? Do you need to get sick? And that's going to be the turning point? Like, oh my gosh, like, this is serious. Is it one of those things where people sit back and they say, it's not going to happen to me? Or people don't act on things unless it hits home. You see people who lived a poor lifestyle, maybe a family member who smoked their entire life, and you smoke. And then you find out that family member has lung cancer or some other type of cancer. And then that's the scare that you needed to quit smoking for yourself. Whatever the case may be, you need to do it because you want to do it. Rob Kardashian getting more money as if he needs any more money. I mean, for the Kardashians, $500,000, that would be like our parents saying, hey, I'll tell you what, if you lose this weight, I'm going to give you $100. I mean, it's the truth. These people are millionaires. One of his sisters is like the first female billionaire or something like that over something so stupid. But I don't even know what to say right now. I'm so frustrated that this is where we are as a society, that we have to bribe people to lose weight with some, extravagant reward at the end just to have them lose weight. And then on top of it, then people follow all of these television weight loss shows, or these celebrity weight loss transformations where in the end it's not realistic. I mean, you look at the shows that were on television and these people were working out for 3, 4, 5 hours a day. They were living in a house that was locked, that they couldn't go outside or do anything outside of the home. They only had certain foods in the home that they were allowed to eat. The only thing that they were allowed to drink was water. They worked out in a gym that was 100 plus degrees to help them strip water weight. And then obviously when they would jump on the scale every week, it would be these huge numbers, which I ended up finding out that those numbers were even fudged. So when you're watching this transformation and, they hop on the scale and, they might not look that much different to you and you're like, oh, okay, well, how much did they really lose this week? Oh my gosh, they lost 30 pounds. Oh, that's so great. And then you try and go do that. It's not realistic. I mean, they had these contestants and these celebrities on prescription diuretics just so that the scale would look a different number or that their physique would look different. I mean, you give somebody a prescription diuretic and you start stripping away the water weight that's, in the body or even underneath the skin to expose at least whatever muscle mass they would have currently, yeah, they're going to start looking a little bit different. They're going to look a little bit more defined. They're going to have a little bit more, musculature to them. It's going to look like they lost the weight. But at the end, if it's a diuretic, as soon as you start drinking and you're off that diuretic, you're going to blow back up. It's all water weight. It's just, I'm so frustrated with how things are going these days. And, this whole weight loss bribe that Kris Jenner is doing with Rob Kardashian, it's just, it's dumb. It's reckless. I don't understand it. You know what? Go get him help. Go get him, to the nutritionist. I know he tried it in the past. Obviously, it didn't work because he hasn't lost the weight. But something has to give. And unfortunately, it's going to sound bad, but I think something's going to have to happen to him in order for him to snap out of this funk and think that, he's invincible or, oh, woe is me, and be down in the dumps about his weight and not want to go out anywhere. I get it. That's enough to make somebody depressed. I fully understand that. But what are you doing to fix that? If you're not actively going out and helping yourself, how can somebody else really help you if in the end you don't want to do it for yourself? There's no amount of money that is going to change a lifestyle if somebody doesn't want to be active in that lifestyle. So, I think we all need to take a back seat and think about our own lives and the things that we need to change. I mean, you can even throw the New Year resolutioners under this category. What happens on January 1st that's automatically just going to, in the blink of an eye, change the outlook that you have on nutrition or fitness and make you want to make a change in your life? What happened the 365 days before that in the prior year? Why is January 1st like the official I'm going to change my life day? There is no best time to start taking, responsibility for your actions, your lifestyle, your nutrition, your health, your fitness. That time is right now. If you want to make that change, today is that day, okay? And you can't be doing it for extrinsic reasons. If somebody's paying you to lose weight, you don't really want to lose the weight, or you just have no desire because you're lazy and you're complacent, that's on you. Cool. Maybe you're going to start running. Maybe you're going to start walking. Maybe you're going to start resistance training. You'll go to the gym. You'll go for a walk around the neighborhood. Maybe you lose that weight. Cool. You just got that money. Now what? There's no carrot dangling in front of your face anymore. So what's going to happen? You're going to revert back to those poor lifestyle choices that you did before, which in the end, you're just going to gain all that weight right back. It's frustrating. And, when I work with my clients, up front, I ask them, what is the reason for you wanting to make this change? Why are you hiring me to help you, lose weight, to help you put on muscle, to help you clean up your nutrition, to help you, understand how to exercise properly? Why are you coming to me? What is the reason? And in all honesty, if people say, well, people say I'm overweight, my mom is on my case, or my doctor said this, and so, I'm just going to try it. And then I ask them, but do you want to do it? And if their answer is no, I tell them to come back to me when they're ready. Because I don't want somebody who's going to half-ass everything that I ask them to do. I'm not going to spend time putting together a nutrition plan and an exercise routine to have you hit up McDonald's after you're done working out with me. Okay? I've seen it before. And trust me, if you don't get the results that I know you're going to be getting on a weekly and monthly basis, I know you're not following the plan. You can't bullshit me. Okay? Numbers don't lie. So, I ask up front, why? Who wants you to do this? Do you want to do this? And for those who honestly want to make the change for themselves, those are the ones who are dedicated, who are consistent with their workouts, who push themselves. They're not just going through the motions. If you're doing this for an extrinsic reason, you're pretty much just going through the motions. Okay? You're on cruise control. You're not hammering down that throttle to get results. So I think that's something that we all need to start thinking about. Stop watching all this BS on television of these weight loss challenges and weight loss shows and celebrity transformations and all this nonsense. You know what? These celebrities, they're hiring some of the best trainers out there. And they're getting them in shape for, various television or movie roles. Cool. More power to them. But then you see a lot of them go from a buff dude or, a very slim and sexy female, and as soon as they're done with the role, they revert back to what they were prior. because their lifestyle changes, or their lifestyle didn't change, when that is what would have kept them in that type of health and condition. So this episode was really just a rant. I got this in my email, and quite frankly, this Ann lady, this PR company who reached out to me wanting me to share this and help get others to back Rob Kardashian. Dude, I'm not here to back Rob Kardashian. If you don't want to do it for you, you have no sympathy from me. I mean, I'm probably going to sound like a jerk, but hey, if you want to do it for you and you're in it and you're going to be committed, bro, you got my full support. You know, I'll if there's something that I can do to help, I will. But if you're only doing this for the money, I hope you fall flat on your face and you figure out that you need to do it for you versus doing it for the little carrot that's dangling in front of your face, that $500,000+ Do you know what we could all do with an extra $500,000? Or a couple million in the case of, you know, if it's accurate that Kris Jenner is willing to pay $500,000 for every 10 pounds that he loses. That's a lot of money, man. Think about all the things that you can do with that. I mean, that's not, hey, here's a couple bucks, go get yourself a cheeseburger type of thing. I mean, we're talking 6-7 figures here. So, you know, this little rant was, kind of just sprung up. I got this email and I'm like, I need to talk to somebody about this. And a lot of times you guys are kind of my outlet. So if you listen and you're like, man, Matt's going off the deep end. What's up with this cat? It's spur of the moment. It's raw. It's right in front of me, and it's something that just happened generally. And now actually, I'm recording this a week before I'm going to launch it because I already have one up that got posted today. So this news might already come out to the main media, the mass media, by then. But man, I'll tell you what, it's just so frustrating to see these types of stories and then have a PR company reach out to you and want you to, for free, mind you, share this. What? Why? Why would I do this? You know what would create more of a buzz than Matt Weik sending out a tweet or social media post or telling people or writing an article or doing a podcast on the topic? Have one of the Kardashians do it. You want to talk about getting in front of millions of people, have them do it. Don't reach out to me and ask for my help because, you know, I'm deep in the health and fitness and supplement industry. I mean, most of the people who are probably listening to this and who engage with my content and my work, they're probably thinking along the same lines as me. This cat is going to fail. You can't just dangle a carrot in front of somebody and expect that to be life-changing in the long term. You gotta want to do it for yourself. You can't do it for any other reason. Otherwise, the lifestyle is not going to change. So that's really all I have for today. If you're still listening, thank you for listening to my little rant here. But let me know your thoughts on social media, at Weik Fitness across the board on all social media platforms. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, a fantastic rest of your week, and I hope to see you next week.